Yeah.
So even you're handsome, I'm handsome, and Austin, uh, because my parents are in Nairobi and I'm coming over for the holidays. I'm coming like end of November. I don't know if you'll still be there, but I'd like to catch a cigar with you, man. I see you like them a lot. I've never commented on your stuff. Today I just found like I've been watching your videos for years, but today I was like, damn, you're in your StreamYard, so let me join in and kind of powwow with you a little bit. Like, yeah, good stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. Uh,
Yeah.
yeah, I should still be here. We can definitely meet. I'll still be here. It depends on how long you'll be here, though, in November.
I'll be there from end of November to uh, beginning of February. So, yeah.
I'll for sure be here then. I'll for
Yeah,
sure.
then I'll come with some cigars too because I got like I got like 200 cigars that I obviously can't finish it by then, but for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. I would
Like
hope you could
good
finish
stuff
by
too.
then. I would hope
Yeah.
not.
No,
That would be
no.
good.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Like, I've literally watched you, and I would say something that I really like about, let's say, even the channel and stuff, is you smoking a cigar and just sitting there. Like, it just gives me like this, this vibe.
Hi guys. So a few days ago, I received a notification that someone had mentioned me, had tagged me in a video. So I clicked on the video, and I didn't really watch it, but I was just seeing the highlight on the video, and I could see a video of myself in the video, a video I posted. So I asked the person who posted it, why the hell are you, why are you post doing a video on me? And before they could answer, I could see that the name of the account is RB, and I'm like, oh yeah, I realized who that was. It is the Auston Askiser, the Kenyan Auston Askiser. So I was like, okay, let me let me watch what the hell he's talking about. So I watched it, and it is a slander. It's a personal attack against me. You know, he said that something like I was jaded and scorned. I mean, I think the video is supposed to be a response to me because I was making videos, criticizing him. But it's his video is not a response. It is a personal attack against me, and this is something you should expect. These passport bros cannot cannot criticize your ideas. Whatever idea they do not agree with, they do not criticize that idea. Instead, they resort to personal attacks and I'm not surprised. He did that. He called me jaded. I'm like, okay. He said I was over the hill, and he said that the one thing that made me laugh was he said that I was either jealous or something of Austin's wealth because Austin was wealthy, or no, I was jealous of wealthy black men like Austin, and I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? I actually laughed when he said that, and the funny thing is the video of me he used when he says I also chuckle in that video. So I'm like, what a coincidence. And because I really did chuckle when I heard him say refer to Austin as wealthy.
So what does she do? She obsesses with African male or black male in particular who are wealthy, rich, that can travel the world and can have whatever they want to have.
Austin is absolutely not a wealthy man. Austin is literally struggling in Africa. He could not afford a $1,300 rent in Kenya. So he is by no definition a wealthy man. He is at most a low middle class person. Maybe he was a I mean maybe middle class person. He's not wealthy by any definition of the word. And he also said, he himself was a wealthy man. This guy, his whole personality is about him being wealthy and about him, being educated. Like, I think he thinks that's the most important aspect of himself. He tries to mention his wealth, his finance every time every chance he gets. He said, he had donated $1 million to Kenyans in the last 15 years. And I'm like, okay, why are you telling me that? But I actually know why he's telling me, because he wants to talk about, his finance. Yeah, I think that's probably he thinks that that's the only thing he seems to present about himself. So I was not surprised that, he mentioned he himself is a wealthy man, which I'm not. I don't care if he's wealthy or not. But the thing is, he threatens to dox me.
and called me all types of names. So thank God I have the resources to do it, and I'll soon find out where she lives in Los Angeles, as that's where her geolocation is. And very soon she'll find out that defamation of character is a big problem.
Um, he said, I was slandering him, defaming him, which I'm not. There is nothing in the videos that he mentioned that were defamatory against him. In the videos I made, I criticized him for insulting his own mom, calling her, saying she's a cheater with no evidence. He said his mom is a cheater. That's the first video I made. And he also said 100% of African women were cheaters, cheat 100% of the time. That's actually defamatory.
Right.
So would you say African women cheat?
100%, 100% of the time.
Not what I said. What I said, criticizing him for insulting his own mom and for being Auston Holleman's Lackey, Auston Holleman's ass kisser, is not defamatory. It's describing what he is doing. I'm describing his behavior, so there is nothing defamatory about it. But there is very much a criminal about someone threatening to dox another person. This guy doxes me. He gets, not only that he get in trouble in here in America, he will get in trouble in Canada too. So yeah, he is threatening to dox me, threatening, and it is, it tells you the maturity of this man. I mean, these passport bros, they have shown us how immature they are. The maturity of this man, that he goes online to tell the whole world that he plans to commit crime. You're not supposed to announce your criminal intentions, but because these men are not that mature, they're just, the only thing that they are is older people. They're old. They're adults, but their mind has not matured like an adult. An adult would not go on online and threaten to doxing is a crime, and announce his intention to commit crime. And there are these other passport bros on his comment section saying, cheering him for exposing me. He hasn't exposed me. The videos he posted, I literally, it's me who posted that video. So there is absolutely nothing that he exposed. Nothing. I posted that video myself. I deleted it because the videos, to be honest, is a silly video. It was me saying, how unhappy I was with myself for waking up at 8 o'clock instead of 5. So there is nothing to expose. He didn't expose me. And these men are so, because they have not been able to silence me, they think this ridiculous Lackey, this ridiculous ass kisser, this ridiculous white worshipper is going to silence me. I mean, I'm going to stop making videos very soon. Probably today would be the last time I'm making video on this account, but it's not because of this guy. This guy, what he has achieved with that video is, expose himself as a future criminal, as an aspiring criminal. So I don't even know why these people are cheering him on. And there was this other guy who said that, Ethiopians like me do not consider ourselves black. We do not consider ourselves African. We consider ourselves Arab. I'm like, have you been to Ethiopia? One of the worst things you could tell Ethiopians, especially northern Ethiopians, especially Christian Ethiopians like me, is that we are Arabs, because Arabs have been, Arab nations have been trying to destroy Ethiopia for centuries. So telling us that, we're saying that we somehow identify as Arabs, like ridiculous. Anyways, so this guy, this Auston worshiper, and that's what he is. This guy is an Auston worshiper. Um, has decided to, to threaten to sue me. Actually, not sue me. I mean, he says he would sue me, which would have been okay. I mean, I will win the lawsuit, but that's not what he's trying to do. He is planning to dox me, which is a crime. And he says something like, he has five what do you call it, five masters, so I cannot say that he didn't know what he's talking about.
Just a brief introduction about me is that I have 5 master's degrees and I'm well educated. So she can't say I don't know what I'm talking about.
And I'm like, what does your 5 masters have to do with anything? But like I said, this guy, he's always, talking about how, his money and his education. So I was not surprised he somehow, brought that up. But really, if you are, if you have that many masters, you would know that, I mean, okay, logical fallacy, right? What he does is called, literally is called, um, what is called, appeal to authority, right? And if he had 5 masters, he would know, that was a logical fallacy. Like, this is something you learn in freshman. By the way, I myself have a master's, and I have 3 degrees. And believe me, you're not impressing me with anything. And I don't know. I mean, he is not that old, but he has 5 masters. What kind of masters are those? But I don't care. He said, I was obsessed with him. No, he said that I was first obsessed with Austin, and then now I'm obsessed with him. And I'm like, the funny thing for me about that is, he tries to prove that, I was obsessed with him. So he has, a scroll down of my community post.
She's really obsessive. So, as you can go through the American in Africa fan account, all the posts are either about Austin Holleman, and recently it has been about me. Basically, I made a commentary on Austin's live stream, and this lady has gone an extra mile to disparage me.
And I have taken a screenshot. Here are the screenshot, and it shows you that, like most of the posts will have nothing to do with him or Austin. He literally had to scroll down all the way to almost like, 10 days later or something, to find something I was talking about that concerns him. So it's obvious that, I'm not obsessed with him, nor am I obsessed with Austin. But the other thing is that, he says that, I was making videos about him. I was, posting community posts about him. And I mean, like the scroll showed, I'm not, doing any of. I mean, I'm not posting a lot of community posts about him. Let me tell you guys, the first time I posted a video about this guy was, on September 26th, right? And that's, criticizing him for insulting his mom. And the second video I did was like, it was like maybe 6 days later. I made a video not about him, about a panel that to which he was a part. And the video was not just about him, it was about everyone in that panel. So I have made literally just 2 videos about him. I wouldn't even call it 2 videos, because like I said, one video is not even like, completely about him. So it's like 1.5 videos that I made. So he tried to make it look like, I'm making videos every other day about him, which is not true. uh, but I have and making a video about him is, like I said, it's not defamatory, especially when this guy has been going around allowing Auston to use his Africanness um, to lend legitimacy to Auston's insult against African girls, right? Auston is using this guy to say things Auston wants to say but could not say because he is American. So yeah, so it is absolutely proper and right for me to criticize this guy, but like I said, I'm not even criticizing him that much. He himself, when he scrolled down the community posts, it proves that I'm not talking about this guy that much. I actually think that this whole video he made about me being obsessed with him is him being infatuated with Auston. This guy is infatuated with Auston. He wants to copy Auston. He wants to imitate Auston. And you see that on the live. Like when he comes on the live, he comes with cigarettes, not because he is so addicted to cigarettes he cannot put them down, want to talk to on the live. It's because he's trying to imitate Auston.
So RB is the first caller from Kenya, back on the live stream from last Sunday. What's going on?
I'm not from, well, not much, man, not much. Like, obviously, true supporter. Couldn't wait for this. Just pretty good.
He is infatuated with Austin the way a teenager girl would be infatuated with her crush. He is totally and completely like infatuated. And I think the reason he's accusing me of, being obsessed with him is because he thinks I'm obsessed with Austin. So he wants me to be obsessed with him too, so that in some strange twisted way he would be the same as Austin. And I think this guy's infatuation with Austin is just I mean, it's out, it's out of this world. He is so infatuated that he is willing to insult his own mom to impress Austin, and that is what this whole thing is about. He really thinks me being obsessed with him would somehow, make him equal to Austin. This guy is, he's infatuated, and I wish Austin would stop bothering African girls, harassing African girls, and start dating men like RB. I mean, RB is probably the perfect date for Austin. RB is infatuated with Austin, and the whole that, and there's nothing wrong with that. One more thing. He was on Austin's live accusing African women of being white worshippers because they would choose white men over black men, which they should do.
You talked about like white people in Kenya and like black women. So I'll give you this example. For example, I live in Vancouver, probably one of the most expensive cities in North America. If I take a homeless guy, clean him up, let's say go to TJ Maxx or like Nordstrom off the rack type of shit, get him cleaned up and fly to Nairobi, JKIA. By the time we land in Nairobi, that white man, will be approached by 10 women and I'll have zero. What does that tell you? Like Kenya still has this colonial mindset where they think the white man is the ticket to I don't know what, the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, right?
But the real white worshipper is actually Passport Bros, and actually it is him, this guy, that is RB guy. Look at the thumbnail he used. It is a picture of him with some white woman. I mean, it's almost like he is bragging about having a white girl. It's like this picture has absolutely nothing to do with with whatever he's talking about. I mean, it's not, he's not trying to clickbait, because he's not, it's obvious it's not a clickbait, because the picture is not really clickbaity. I mean, to be honest, yeah, I'm not even going, because my thumbnails are even worse, so I'm not even going to criticize the quality of his thumbnail. But it's obvious it's not a clickbait. It is because he thinks, having, because this guy, the whole video is about bragging, right? Bragging about how he has, he has donated $1 million, bragging about how he has 5 masters, and now he thinks that one of the valuable things that he have achieved is being photographed with white women. So it's obvious that he values proximity to whiteness, especially white women. That's I mean, and we shouldn't be surprised. The whole passport bro movement is about worshiping whiteness, especially white women. So I'm not surprised that he used a thumbnail of some white woman. I don't know if she's his girlfriend or whatever, but he wants us to think she's his girlfriend. But no surprise there. These men are white worshippers. But to try to project their own white worship on black girls is it's wrong. The black people that worship whiteness and white people are passport bros, and there are okay, anyways, yeah, there are pan-Africanists supporting this guy, but you know what, right now I haven't, anyways, yeah. So, and then what other thing did I want to say, because he said that I was bullying him, because someone had asked him why he is why is he trying to dox me, and he said because I was bullying him, which I'm not. Making a criticizing him is not bullying him. And he also said that I was trying to dox him by using his name, which is Roman Biko, but that name I got it literally from his YouTube bio. It's literally there. I never accused him of trying to dox me by calling me a black feminist, because that's what I call myself in my other account. So that's not that's not doxing. You literally have that name, and I didn't, and I decided not, to edit it out, because if this guy wants to be called RB, that's what I should call him. But the Roman Biko name, I got it from his freaking bio. So there is no doxing there. And what was the other thing? And like I said, this guy is infatuated with Auston. And that infatuation is leading him to, to plan, at least to announce that he plans to commit crime against me and, destroy his life. If he doxes me, which is a crime in California, and I am sure it's a crime in Canada too, he will be committing crimes in 2 countries, and I don't even know why he would do that. Well, of course I know this, because he's infatuated with Auston. Anyway, this is what I want to say. I am going to stop posting videos, not because of this colonized mind guy, but because I think the purpose of there is really no reason to continue posting videos on this account. But this guy, when I heard him saying that he was planning to dox me, it upset me. It upsetted me a lot. I was like, it upset me. But you know what? I will take precautions, because this guy, this passport bros are, a lot of, people with a lot of problems. So I will take precautions. But he should also know that, not only will he be affecting my life negatively if he decides to dox me, he will also be affecting his own life, negatively. Anyways, I just want to say that, it's a good thing. I hope people watch the video or he made of me, and realize how completely anti-black women this the whole passport bro movement is. And the best thing to happen would be if there was a way to to kind of quarantine this men away from black women to to separate them from black women because they are toxic. Their toxicity is affecting a lot of our lives.